If you don't know what dropzone.com is, you're definitely not a skydiver of any kind. It's the most popular online gathering place for people that are into the skydiving and parachuting world. And the guy that started all that is here with us at PAA, Willem, otherwise known as Sangiro. Wonderful to have you here.
Good to be here.
Welcome to the States.
Thank you, sir.
So tell us whatever prompted you to start the gathering place.
Oh goodness! I mean, there's actually a long story. It literally started off as just a hobby for myself, my own my own dumping ground online for my hobby. Loved skydiving. Wanted somewhere where I could collect photos, whatever I found about it, and then set up a little forum. And it started off locally in South Africa, and then grew from there, into something global. And that was about 19, almost 20 years ago now. And so today it is what it is.
You're really into the whole adventure world. You've got scuba diving and rock climbing. And
yeah, I climb as well. And I scuba dive, but we also own basejumper.com, which is just a spin-off basically from dropzone.com to provide a home for base jumpers, so they have their own community.
Whoops.
Do we need oopsie?
That's all right. We'll just keep going. Between all the sites you have, what kind of membership participation do you have?
In terms of numbers, there's probably about 120,000, 130,000 subscribers on dropzone.com, and similar little lower number on rockclimbing.com, and then basejumper and dive time. Dive time is a new site, the scuba site, so that's a small number, and it is lower 10,000 or something, and then basejumper is I think about 20,000 or so. But
on dropzone.com with 120,000 plus, I mean that's 4 times the size of the USPA membership. That's impressive. That
is, and I mean, granted, there's a lot of those who probably signed up and don't, didn't come back, but there are also people who go through there on a monthly basis who aren't members. There's about 120,000, so almost the same amount of unique visitors. So counting everybody once only, people globally who move through the site on a monthly basis. So it is about 4 times the size of the USPA membership.
That's impressive. Now I'm seeing the site go through some changes. It's starting to look a little different. What's going on? What's the future?
Yeah,
you'll hear it first here. Let's hear it. What's going on?
Right. Well, we only recently. I mean, there's history. Some US-based company acquired the site from us a while ago, and we just bought it back in November. So we're focusing back on it now. And there's the initial focus is just on cleaning up a little bit and making sure that we bring the technologies and the stuff that's been out there for a while in line. But then also just the way people have used the web and the internet has changed. People are the advent of Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that has kind of to some extent forced our hand in a certain direction. People are more used to a more social type of interaction, and so we need to. And then of course there are new technologies. There's mobile technologies. About a third of the users who come to our site actually come to the site via some kind of a mobile platform, whether it be an iPad or a phone or something like that. So we need to think about that. So we're literally trying to set ourselves up right now and prepare ourselves for making a few shifts. The one is making sure that we line ourselves up in terms of technology for the next few years, and then also there will be some changes in terms of how people use the site, some realignment. We have challenges. We need to filter out noise. By the time you have 4.5 million posts on a forum, there's a lot of noise, and the challenge becomes not as much driving new content. That's always a challenge, but also just finding the good stuff and bubbling that to the top and pushing down the stuff that's not as good. So we need to do that, and we want to. But we have only so many resources, and we need to focus incrementally. But right now, it's cleaning up, making sure that we're where we want to be and where we need to be right now to not look old and not feel old, because it is some of the stuff is a little old, and then line us up for the next few years as well.
There's nothing wrong with looking old. At least I don't think so.
The gray is hitting. I see you there as well.
Well, is there anything you want to share with people out there before we let you go?
Wow, that's kind of that's a really open-ended question.
Yes, sir.
No, well, in terms of dropzone.com, I'd like to, even people who used to come there who may have kind of fallen by the wayside, I'd like to invite people to come back, come check it out again. We are making changes, and there are things happening. There's a lot of focus on content, like I said, and on filtering out the noise. And also come back, come check us out again, come say hi. And of course, if you're around here, well, you're not going to see this live, but I'm hoping to run into some new friends here and meet some of my old friends again. So hope to see you on dropzone.com. Drop in.
Wonderful. Well, there you heard it from Willem and Sangiro at dropzone.com, otherwise known as Head Honcho. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
Welcome, sir. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Okay.